Hello guys, welcome to Photoshop tutorials. Subscribe to our channel for regular updates. In this tutorial we are gonna see how to transform a normal picture to a beautiful one. The source files are given as a link in the description below. Select the background layer and click on Controller Command J to duplicate a layer. Now click on Controller Command Shift A to open Camera Raw, so we have to perform some basic exposure adjustments. The main thing you have to do in Camera Raw is to cut the shadows and decrease the highlights to bring down all the overexposed areas. I'm decreasing the exposure a bit since the skin is exposed. The main objective of adjusting the basic settings is to make the picture look like an even light portrait. Hit on OK once you're done. Let's tone up the skin. Open a new selective colors adjustment layer. Adjusting the reds and yellows to tone up the skin. Adjusting the blues to make the costume to pop up. Okay, this is fine. Now let's do some local dodge and burn. Open a new layer, click on Shift F5. On the dialog box select Contents option and click on 50% gray. Blending mode normal and opacity 100%. Hit on OK. Turn the gray layer blending mode to soft light. Select the brush tool. Brush setting opacity 100%. Flow 1% are changeable accordingly. Masking colors black and white. Now select white and start dodging the subject. Only highlight the areas where you see lights on the subject. Okay, let me speed up this process. Once you're done with the dodge, select black and start burning. Burn only the areas where you see shadows. A tip for the beginners: if you're in the starting stage of learning to dodge and burn, you can use 2 gray layers, one for dodge and one for burn. If you're a pro, then you can go with a single layer. See that you cover all the areas in a subject. The more time you take, the more effective output you will get. Okay, let me speed up this process. Okay guys, we are done with the local dodge and burn. Now let's move on to separation of the subject from the background. Open a new level adjustment layer. Increase shadows a bit. Now select the brush tool and start brushing out the subject from the dark using a layer mask. Okay, we are done with this step. Let's darken around the subject. Open a new layer. Select black. Brush setting, opacity 100%. Flow 10% approximately. Start brushing smoothly around the subject. Placing the layer mask of the levels layer to our black layer, since we need the same brush out. Hold Alt and click and drag the layer mask to the above layer. Okay, we're done. Now let's create some freckles on her cheeks and nose using a splatter brush. You can download this splatter brush from Google. Or I will try to get the brush link in the description below. Now open a new layer. Okay, now let's choose a darker color than her skin, so we can make it more natural. Select her skin color using an eyedropper tool by clicking on eye. Now select a darker color than her skin, a kind of brownish color will suit our subject. Select the splatter brush and start brushing. Spilling out can be corrected later using a layer mask, so don't worry about that. Turn the blending mode of this freckles layer to luminosity. Adjust the flow of brush to make darker and lighter freckles. Changing the color to a darker and lighter while brushing to make it look natural. Okay, this is fine. Let's add some blush to the subject. Open a new layer and change the blending mode to soft light. Select the brush tool and choose red color from the color palette. Brush setting, opacity 100%. Flow 1% or changeable accordingly. Start brushing on the nose and on the cheeks gently. If overdone, decrease the opacity to look natural. Let's boost up the eye color. Opening a new levels adjustment layer. And let's play with the colors. Okay, this is fine, let's layer mask it. Click on Controller Command I to invert the layer mask and start brushing the eyes. See that the pupil remains black. Okay, we're done. Let's tone up the overall image. Open a new channel mixer adjustment layer. Keeping the output channel as red and adjusting the bars. I'm trying for a blue kind of feel. Okay, let's go with this. Let's move on to the final image tone boosting process. Select the topmost layer and click on Controller Command, Shift, Alt, E to merge all the below layers to form a new layer. Now click on Controller Command, Shift A to open Camera Raw. Let's now boost up the image using Camera Raw. The final color grading plays a major role of fine-tuning a picture. Most of the professionals will bring up their personal touch using this final tuning process. Okay, now let's get into it. adjusting the basic settings to see whether this will bring up something better. Moving on to curves to brighten the highlights and increasing the shadows to form a depth. Let's go to split toning, which creates the final tone of the image. I'm looking for a bluish yellow color. Okay, this is fine for me. Click on the radial filter and make a circle around the subject. This will create a depth around the subject by making the background darker. We can adjust the darkness from basic settings as needed. Okay, this is fine. Hit on OK once you're done. We've come to the end of this tutorial. If you have any doubts, you can ask them on the comments section below. Hope this tutorial was useful. Hit on the like button if you liked this video, subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon for regular updates.